Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of HPS Podcast. Today, we will be diving into a field that is not just futuristic, but the way we think, the way we interact, the way we even foresee our future has been changed according to this particular field. Yes, you guessed it right. Artificial intelligence it is. We, as adults, might have come across a few definitions and classifications of artificial intelligence. But what about the generation that actually has to deal with it? Do they find these robots their friend? Are these robots a significant part of their lives now? To throw light on this, we have with us today Miss Nisha Kundu, IT expert of the school, along with two little Hansarians, Parv and Parth of class 4. They will be throwing the light on how artificial intelligence has changed the aspect of education. Trust me, from transforming classroom to redefining the way students learn and teachers teach, it is a game changer in the academic landscape. So buckle up, stay tuned, and let's embark on this enlightening journey together.
Artificial intelligence is changing the world in more ways one could ever imagine. Even the Google and Alphabet CEO, Mr. Sundar Pichai, has said that AI is more profound than both fire and electricity. AI automation has already impacted our lives in many ways. Nowadays, we live in a world where our toasters are more smarter than us, and even our calculators have an opinion. But have you ever paused and give it a thought that what a 9-year-old is thinking when we are having more conversations with Siri than with them? How do they feel when they see a robot? Are robots their friends or superheroes for them? What about Google? Is it like genie granting them wishes? Well, let's try to find answers of many such questions today. Hello everyone, welcome to HPS Podcast. I am Nisha, your host for today's episode, joined by two very young and talented Hansarians. One is the cutest, the other one is the smartest, my grade 4 superstars, Parv Goyal and Parth Sati. Let's try to explore this world of AI from their eyes. Welcome boys, welcome to HPS Podcast. We'll start with you, Parv. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hello, I'm Parv. I'm 9 years old. My favorite subject is science and I love to explore things about space.
Wow.
I want to become a rocket scientist when I grow up.
You want to be a rocket scientist, amazing.
Hello, I am Parth. I am also 9 years old. I love reading. My favorite book is The Famous Five, written by Annette Mary Blyton. I want to become a physicist when I grow up.
Oh, so we have a future rocket scientist and future physicist with us. Okay, so see, the entire world is talking about artificial intelligence nowadays. But, I want to ask you, have you ever heard this term before, artificial intelligence?
Yes, Mama, I have heard it.
Okay. What do you understand by this term?
AI is like human cyborgs.
Cyborgs?
Yes.
Okay.
They think and work like humans, but they are actually robots.
Okay, what about you, Parth? What do you think AI is?
AI is like a robot friend that can help you in daily life. Like when I play games on my tablet, it shows more games.
Wow, amazing. So for one, it's human cyborgs. For other one, robots. AI is like robo friends. Artificial intelligence is when machines or computers, they think and they work like humans, right? And even nowadays, machines, they also keep on learning and growing. So it's not just us humans who are learning and changing with times. It's AI as well, right? So my next question for you, Parv, is are you using any AI related tools?
Yes, I use many AI related tools.
Okay.
My favorite one is Bard.
Okay,
I use it to study for my exams.
amazing.
I also use some other tools like Voice Assistant.
And voice assistance. Can you tell us what voice assistance is?
It's like the robot that is inbuilt in machines
Okay.
that recognizes our voice and gives us answers according to it.
Okay, so if I ask answer in Hindi, he'll answer in Hindi, and if I ask answer in English, he'll answer in English in the same language.
Yes.
So they understand our language also.
Yes.
Any example?
Alexa.
Oh wow. Okay. Parth, are you using any AI related tools?
Yes, I use many AI related tools. My favorite one is ChatGPT because I use it sometimes to do my homework.
You use ChatGPT to do your homework. But do you think it is okay to use AI for your homework?
Ma'am, I think it is okay to use AI for homework because AI can give us information easily.
Okay, so you can easily get the information with the help of AI. Okay. Yes, Parth, what about you?
No, I don't think that we should use AI for doing our homework. AI is like having a handy tool, but we should not entirely depend on it. If we do not do our work ourselves and depend on AI, it will reduce the creativity in a creative mind. But if we do our work ourselves, we will know how to do it properly.
So on this, I'll agree with Parth. I think instead of using ChatGPT, you should directly ask your teacher, because once your concepts are clear, next time you'll not be needing ChatGPT for your homework, right? Agreed? Okay. So what's your favorite thing about AI? What you like about AI the most?
Ma'am, my favorite thing about AI is that it has answers for everything.
It has answers for everything, yeah.
Just like my mother.
So your mom has answers for everything.
Ma'am.
Okay. What about you? Like, what's your favorite thing about AI?
My favorite thing about AI is Emoji Scavenger Hunt game. It's a game which is very interesting.
Okay.
It gives you an emoji that is normally present in the daily households. We have to find it and we have to put it in front of the camera.
Yeah. Seems like an interesting game.
Yes, it is very interesting.
And you can also try Quick Draw. It is also another game. Like in that game, you should try it once.
Okay,
like in that, machine gives you the option, and then you have to draw the picture, and then computer will try to identify the images in the next 20 minutes, 20 seconds.
Ma'am, that also seems very interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So now I have an interesting question for you. Ready for that? Okay. So imagine you are having this conversation with a robot instead of me. How would you feel about that?
It might be interesting. I would like to experience that.
You'd like to experience that?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think it will not be fun because the robots and humans don't have a bonding connection. Robots might be good at giving information, but they cannot understand when we need extra help and when and how to understand our feelings.
I also agree with you, Parth. I also think that we will not get the human bonding that we have with our teacher, and that might not be able to teach us very well.
Wow, that's an amazing thought. Like robots, they can give you information, but they can never replace the feelings, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my next question for you is, like, if you ever got a chance to invent something with the help of AI, right? What would you do? What would you invent?
I would invent flying cars.
Flying cars. Okay, seems interesting.
Ma'am, they will reduce the traffic on the road and they will split the traffic into two parts, air traffic and road traffic. That will reduce the traffic jams. That means if someone has an emergency, he or she can reach any place very quickly. This can only happen if some changes are made, like air traffic control stations for the public. This can only be made if the government collaborates with private companies and the public.
Oh, so you have an entire plan ready for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about you, Parth? What would you invent?
Ma'am, I would invent a disaster forecast so that we can predict the upcoming disasters. Like if we had a disaster forecast before COVID-19, then we could find a way to make the outbreak shorter and how to get a vaccine easier.
Wow, very thoughtful of you two.
Ma'am, what about you? What will you invent?
What about me? Like right now, I could think I would like to invent cleanup bots, like robots that will help to keep our environment and our oceans clean.
Ma'am, something more interesting?
So, you want something more interesting?
Yes.
How about I replace you with the student bots? Then they will follow my instructions well.
No, ma'am, we will listen your instructions.
Okay. So, moving on to the next segment, I am going to give you a situation and you have to give answers according to that situation, right? Imagine, we'll start with you, Parv. Imagine you have a robo friend. Like, both of you, the situation is for both of you. So, you have a robot friend. So, what will you call him and why?
I will call him Park.
You'll call him Park.
Yes.
And why is that so?
Because when I made my YouTube channel, it was the name that got me 200 subscribers.
Okay, but how come you have a YouTube channel? You're only 9 years old.
Actually, that's my father's YouTube channel, but I help him out with the videos.
Okay, amazing. That was your father's YouTube channel.
Yes.
And what's the correct age for a kid to have a YouTube channel or any social media account?
13.
30, right. And that too under the parent's supervision, right?
Yes.
Okay, my next question is for you only, Parv. Okay, if you could give any task to your robot, what task would you assign him?
I would tell him to clean my room. It's like a maze in there.
So you have a messy room?
No, ma'am, I set it once a week, but it gets spoiled.
And if you could teach him any skill?
I would teach him to tell jokes. I love jokes.
You love jokes?
Yes.
We all love jokes. Okay, moving on to you, Parth. Again, the situation is same, like you also have a robo friend. What would you call him?
Ma'am, I will call him Zephyr because that name
Zephyr.
sounds cool.
Oh, it's a cool name, right? And if you could teach your robo any subject or anything in this world, what would you teach him?
Ma'am, I would teach him all the languages in the world so that I can communicate with anyone in the world.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Moving on to the next question. Like if your robo could teleport you to one place in this world, which place would you like to go?
Ma'am, I would like to go to North Korea, because it has the nickname of the impossible country to escape from, and I will try to escape from there. If I cannot escape, then I will teleport to USA, Hawaii, and have a vacation.
So you're going to try to escape North Korea, and then going to have a vacation.
Mama, I would
Amazing.
also like to answer that question.
Okay. Okay, answer.
I would like to visit Tokyo because it has been my dream place since I was 5.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Indeed.
I would like to end this on a fun note. So, if you could teach any dance step to your friend Robo, which dance step would you teach them? Let's show a little bit. Amazing. So that's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you all have enjoyed this discussion with our young Hansurians. See, the world is full with possibilities, and it's the young minds like Parvs and Parths who are going to shape the future of tomorrow. Keep exploring and never stop dreaming. Thank you. Stay tuned for our next episode on Decoding Spirituality.